Alrighty. Okay. What's going on, people? What's going on? MCZX here, aka Matt. Uh, Back at it again. We're doing the Wrestle Kingdom review over because I didn't like the way the first one came out. It felt a bit lazy, and it didn't discuss anything that really happened. I was just going, oh, watch it, watch it, watch it. So that's why that video's gone. We're about to actually do this the right way because I'm not about to put out content where it's just, I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited. I just finished it and I realized I shouldn't review a show after I just watched it. Like once I just watched the show, I shouldn't review it because my excitement or disappointment is going to overshadow everything that actually went on in the show, and that's not good for a review. So I got my notes here. We're about to talk about the glorious pay-per-view that was Wrestle Kingdom 12 by New Japan Pro Wrestling. What a way to start the year. I was thoroughly impressed with every match on the show. I think if you don't have a New Japan World account, you're doing something wrong. I understand people like to watch things for free. I get it. I'm in that boat too. Free is wonderful, but do not pirate New Japan. I suggest you actually watch it, support them because they put on great shows, great content. There's so many things on that website. You can go back to when New Japan was terrible and watch that stuff. Man, get a New Japan account, which was my overlaying message from the last video. Get a New Japan account. But let's talk about Wrestle Kingdom 12. So every year at Wrestle Kingdom, there's a match called the New Japan Rumble. It's like a Royal Rumble, but it's not. You can get eliminated by count out, not count out. I'm getting like thrown over the top rope, pinned, submitted. It it's weird, but it's kind of cool. It's a traditional thing. And this year was no different. They had a couple surprises. You had Delirious from Ring of Honor, crazy Delirious, wears no shoes, has the little mask. Cheeseburger came back. I thought Cheeseburger stopped wrestling. Haven't seen him in a while, so I'm glad he's back. And Kakihara, I didn't get his first name, but Kakihara, if you didn't know, Kakihara had a bout with cancer, and he beat his bout with cancer. And this led to Kakihara winning the New Japan Rumble, which is quite a testament. Beat cancer and he won the Rumble. And he dedicated the match to raising funds for Takayama. Very smart move. Class act. That was awesome. I wish Takayama gets better. There's some progression with him being able to walk again. That would be the best news for us. But that's technically the first match on the New Japan in the Wrestle Kingdom 12. That's normally the first match, but it's not shown. It's shown an hour before. But let's get to the actual opener of the show, which was Roppongi 3K versus Young Bucks. Now, my predictions, for some reason, I thought the Young Bucks were the champions. I don't know why I thought that. Maybe because they're always in this match. They said it themselves in the press conference after the match that they've been in this match for 5 years and they have a 3-2 win record. Roppongi 3K, despite their best efforts, they could not beat the Young Bucks. The match itself was pretty good, pretty great starter to the show. I mean, there wasn't a lot of flippy spots in the match. It was more psychology about how Matt Jackson and how they hurt so bad after sharpshooters and kicks to the back. And it wasn't like flips and flips and flips and flips like people like to claim the Young Bucks do. It was actually very solid ring work and psychology to make you believe that, oh man, one of these guys may actually tap out. I think I think this pairing can go like a little longer. We can have a couple more matches out of them too. At the press conference, the Rocky Romero comes in and he demands a rematch for Shonen Yo, and apparently we're getting that in Sapporo. Sapporo. So that's good for the Young Bucks. By the way, they're 7-time IWGP Junior Tag Team Champions. You should hang up those jerseys now. It was just it's an awesome moment for them, and you should look at Nick Jackson's face when they win. It's meme worthy and just stalker worthy. It's just terrifying. Just like his eyes are open and you see his bags under his eyes with a tanner, and he's just looking at the camera like, "I told you we do it. I told you we do it." Like, dude, dude, it's creepy. It's creepy as hell. But that was that. That was that. By the way, I don't understand why people think the Young Bucks are just the flippy guys. Like, they wouldn't be called the best tag team outside of WWE if they, didn't know how to wrestle or didn't know how to tell a story in the ring. Just because they do a lot of flips at times doesn't mean that defines them. I mean, they took away the too sweet thing, they took away the suck it thing. I mean, people like to define the Young Bucks off of this and suck it and flippy. But listen, they're great workers. They bust their asses for every indie tag team. And I think they deserve a bit more respect instead of them just being called the flippy guys. It's just not cool. They can do just about everything. Comedy, serious matches, psychology. You saw it in that match with Roppongi 3K. It's just not, they're not pigeonholed in one style of wrestling. They can do multiple things. Moving forward, the never open weight 6-man championship match. This was Elgin and War Machine and Taguchi first team and Club. Pretty chaotic match. I was picking Suzuki Gun or Taguchi Japan win this. Unfortunately, they both got eliminated. One of my favorites to win. It was a gauntlet match, by the way. So 2 teams start. When one team's out, another team comes in. Interesting. Some people didn't like this match. I thought the match was okay. It was chaotic, and I don't think it was filler. Some people like to call the match filler. Call this match being filler. It was a part of the app. It came down to Chaos versus Bullet Club. Chaos members, by the way, was Yano, Beretta, and Ishii. And Bullet Club was Tangaloa, Tama Tonga, Bad Luck Fale. There was a crazy spot where Ishii was trying to suplex Fale, and Fale's a big guy. If you haven't seen him before, he's a pretty big dude, big New Zealander. He's a Tongan. And Ishii's not that tall. But what I'm about to tell you is Ishii suplexed Bad Luck Fale, who was wearing Chuck Taylors, by the way. That was insane. And they had another spot where Beretta went and did a moonsault, and he got gun stunned out of the moonsault. Absolutely bonkers, just bonkers. The finish was Beretta and Tama Tonga going back and forth, and like reversing each other's stuff, and eventually I think Tama went for another gun stun. Beretta catches him. He puts him in a dude buster. 1, 2, 3. Chaos is the new champion. Never 6-man openweight champions. I wasn't happy about it. I don't have a reaction for it, but yeah, it was a thing. Next up was Kota Ibushi versus Cody Rhodes. Kota Ibushi versus Cody. And the handsome match. I'm calling it the handsome match because it's not for the Ring of Honor Heavyweight Championship. Thanks, Dalton. Thanks, buddy. You just screwed Kota from getting a title shot. Hopefully, you'll give him one if he comes to Ring of Honor when we do War of the Worlds again. We could have that match. If not, okay, fine. But it was more of just a match of pride because Cody was talking a lot of garbage and Kota had to teach him a lesson. There was one spot in this match that was pretty insane. It's when Cody hits the crossroads from the apron to the mat. So from the apron to the floor. And he landed Ibushi right on the top of his head. Guys, girls, everybody, good Lord. I don't know how he even takes that spot, to be honest with you. How do you just get dropped on your head and just get up like, I gotta finish the match. Let's finish the thing I need to do. I don't know how he did that, but overall, it was a great match. There was the ending was simple. Cody teases Kota Ibushi about his friendship with Kenny Omega, saying he doesn't love you like I love you. He goes for the beautiful disaster kick. He misses. I believe Kota puts him down with a stiff kick to the head, then hits him with a Kami Goye, which is that knee to the face, and he finishes the match with a Phoenix Splash to win. It was great. Great match. I really think solid match. I don't grade any of these. Not really needed to because every match so far pretty damn good. Even the Never Six Man. I mean, people can call it. You can call it filler, but how is it filler? It's a significant title. It's a significant title. It's a 6-man belt. I think it makes sense. Number 5, after Kota Ibushi versus Cody, we get the IWGP Tag Team Championship match. Killer Elite Squad versus Los Ingobernables de Japón. That's Evil and Sonata, and Killer Elite Squad is Davey Boy Smith and Lance Archer. You might know him when he was in WWE as Vance Archer. Hopefully you don't, because Lance Archer greater than Vance Archer all the time. So let me get a water break because I think this is appropriate. Very appropriate. So we're about to talk about what Lance Archer does with water. Because when Lance Archer comes out in New Japan, he throws water at the fans and spits at them like a little mist. I like it as a heel, but if I didn't know anything about wrestling, and it's like the first time I'm seeing a show like this, and a guy just throws water on me, I think I want to fight him. Like, I don't want to fight him. Absolutely, I don't want to fight him. But since I know about wrestling, I know he's just being a heel. He's not doing it to be a rude or anything. He's just doing it to be the bad guy. It's fine. It's a dope heel move. As for the match, KES dominated the match. They beat the hell out of Sonata and Evil. I mean, they beat the breaks off those guys. The match started with a killer bomb on Sonata the minute the bell rang. Absolutely insane. It made you feel like they didn't have a shot in hell to win this match, but your cockiness and your dominance unfortunately got the best of you because the momentum started to shift once Sonata and Evil made a comeback and the match was even. KS hit Sonata with another killer bomb, and I thought it was over there because it's 2 killer bombs, and the guy's tall and it hurts. It hurts. Hit him with that. Sonata kicks out again. Unbelievable. I believe Lance Archer gets taken out outside of the ring. Evil gets in the ring, and they hit Davey Boy with a magic killer. 1, 2. Davey kicks out with Sonata. Quick on his feet. Hits a moonsault. 1, 2, 3. Evil and Sonata, the new IWGP Tag Team Champions, or the Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. That was an awesome match. Freaking awesome match. Absolutely. You're going to hear me say that just about all these matches. So sorry if I'm repeating myself. The next match was a hair versus hair, never open weight match, which is Hiroki Goto versus Minoru Suzuki. Now, me and Suzuki, no. Well, I have a fondness for Suzuki. I really, really like Minoru Suzuki. I like his character. I've liked his fights. He's amazing. I think Suzuki is way better than Brock Lesnar on any given day. Suzuki scares the crap out of me. Brock is big, but Suzuki is terrifying because he knows so many holds to just torture you. And anyone who just does that just for fun is someone to be very scared of, because Brock could just kick your ass. But Suzuki can choke you out and then just start breaking your arms and legs because he can. And yeah, that's scary. That's scary. But me and Goto, I don't really like Goto. I respect his work. I respect how good he is. in the ring, but I just never liked his character. Like his character bores me to tears. It makes me want to go to sleep. Do I know the guy can wrestle? He can wrestle, but there's his character as the samurai, so boring. It's boring. Like he's just a fierce warrior, and I'm like, dude, everyone in New Japan's a fierce warrior. Everyone here works their butts off to have great matches. That's the whole point. But to just be like, I am a fierce warrior and I do this, like, I get it. Maybe it's a cultural thing in Japan and that's why it makes sense over there. But maybe it's lost in translation over here because I don't understand what his character is supposed to be. But besides that and his outstanding work, my allegiance is clearly to Suzuki, and I wanted Suzuki to win this match so bad, like badly. And it's a hair versus hair match because Goto won the match with Suzuki, and Suzuki honestly didn't care. Like, I'm not paying you anytime. I've beaten you once. I don't need to beat you. And Goto said, you know what? I'll put my hair on the line. That's how serious I am about this match. And apparently that piqued Suzuki, because Suzuki's like, okay, cool. If you're going to put your hair on the line, now I'm interested. If I can't beat you, I'll have my head shaved in embarrassment. And in Japan, it is embarrassing to have your head shaved, or it's considered lowering yourself, probably because of a scandal or just not being a person of your word. It's not a good thing in Japan, apparently. I don't know all the details, but from what I understood, if you get caught up in something and you publicly shave your head, you screwed up, and you want the whole world to know that you screwed up. So yeah. By the way, there's no seconds in the match. So a second is like a manager or a wrestler who comes to the ring with the person participating in the match. So think of Kenny Omega in a match when the Young Bucks just come out with him. Think about those matches with him and Goto. Sorry, not Goto. Those matches with Omega. Sorry. Think about those matches Omega had with Okada and why the Young Bucks were there all the time. The Young Bucks were the seconds. So this match was very physical, very hard hitting. I feared for Goto's life for a couple of times. Like, he's gonna die. He's gonna die in that ring. There was a moment in the match where it looked like Suzuki may have like legit choked out. Like Goto had him up in the corner and Goto just went limp. I'm like, that's it. That's it. That's it. I know he was selling, but bro, it's Suzuki, and Suzuki could really choke a man out. He did it to Sakuraba at a Wrestle Kingdom, when I think it was a special match. He just choked him out. And the match went, it's over, it's over. No, it's over. He's not moving anymore. Speaking of Sakuraba, where is he? I miss Sakuraba. The Gracie Hunter is who I'm speaking of. This entire match really reinforced how much I love Suzuki. He laughs at the pain he dishes out, and I love it. I love it. The slaps scare me because when he slaps you or just hits you with his forearm, that looks like it really hurts. It looks like it. Ugh, your poor jaw. I'll say it once. I'll say it again. Minoru Suzuki is greater than Brock Lesnar. Just terrifying, terrifying human being. It ended like this. All the seconds come to the ring. Thankfully, Chaos's seconds come out, so it's fair after all. There was a striking contest, which I don't recommend anyone to do with Suzuki because Suzuki is terrifying. If he hits you in the mouth, you're gonna feel it, and it comes down to that. Eventually, Goto gets up in hand. He hits a front GTR. If you don't know, the GTR is done from the back. It's your neck hitting his knee. Instead, he picked him up and dropped him on his knee face first. Kind of like he was going for the Shoten, but went right into the knee. And then he hit another GTR, the regular version, to retain the Never Openweight Championship. Now, Suzuki walks away to make it look like, I'm not going to get my head shaved. No, screw you. I don't want to hold up my end of the bargain. And instead, he stops. He turns around. Goto has a chair set up in the ring, by the way. Suzuki grabs a chair, he kicks that chair that Goto has, puts his chair down, takes the clippers out of his hand, and just shaves a little bit of his hair off. Not a lot. Just like he has this mohawk in the back, and he shaved most of it all. Just walked out. I know some people kind of ragged on that, like he didn't shave all his hair off. He only shaved the back of his hair off. That doesn't mean he's bald. They lied. No, no. We're not going to waste time watching a man shave his head when we have a whole show to get to. We cannot just say Suzuki's just shaving his head. It's not bald yet, but we're going to get there. Let's go to intermission, folks. No, no. Couldn't do that, but great match. I think Suzuki may have gave Goto a little bit of respect, and I could see that. But, hey, hey, a bald Suzuki is a much more terrifying Suzuki than the Suzuki with a mohawk and hair design. I think him with no hair makes me want to run away. Just I'm gonna go run in a corner and hide. I don't want to fight that man. I don't even. I want to shake his hand and that's it. I want to shake Suzuki's hand and just be like, please don't hurt me, man. Please don't hurt me. um, Next match, the Fatal 4-Way for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship, which was Marty Scurll, Will Ospreay, Kushida, and Hiromu Takahashi. The champion at the moment was Marty Scurll. Oh man, this is the very first time there's been a Fatal 4-Way for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. This was also, speaking of first, Daryl's first Wrestle Kingdom. Or was it Daryl? It could have been the Masked Cat, or Daryl in a mask, or, Daryl hiding from his wife? No. Oh no. Oh no. I enjoyed everyone's entrances, especially Ospreay's, rocking all of the purple, kind of like a little nod to Prince. And Marty had wings and the doctor mask. He grew wings, people. He grew wings. It was great. I can't attempt to cover all the spots in this match. Just know the entire match was grade A. It's amazing. Beautiful match. Beautiful match. And yes, there's flippy stuff in this match. Quite a bit of flippy stuff, but it's good. It's not like super choreographed flippy things. It just happened naturally. This match ended when Ospreay hit the Oz Cutter on Scroll, and he wins the belt. Hopefully, getting a long title run because he's never getting those. Just has it for maybe like a week or a month, and then it's gone. That might be one of my favorite matches on the card because just of how quick and high paced it was, and the action and everything was just top notch. I really enjoyed that match. Next up, IWGP Intercontinental Championship match with Hiroshi Tanahashi and Switchblade Jay White. Switchblade debuted, I believe. Can't remember exactly which pay-per-view it was, but he came back. He attacked Tanahashi, then he attacked Tanahashi's knee at a live event. And now we're here. Honestly, there's not much to say about this match. Besides the fact Tanahashi's a beast, to work with a torn bicep and a potentially screwed up knee, the match wasn't bad. Like, don't think any match on this card was bad. Because it was far from terrible. It was decent. Solid match. A solid Tanahashi match. I don't think this did well for Jay. It just proved that he can hang with Tanahashi. I think this was better for Tanahashi just so he could be on the show, because it's weird without him being there. If he had to miss it and Jay White misses a match, that would suck. This was all right. It was all right. Just a solid match. I think it didn't resonate enough with me because Switchblade, the character, isn't developed like at all at the moment. Like, well, after what I just saw, I kind of know what it is. We're going to talk about that when we get to the New Year's Dash review, which is going to be up later on today. Because if I said tomorrow, that means it would be Sunday. And no, it would not be tomorrow. It would be later on today, probably when I wake up. But I don't think that match resonated with me as well because I know what Tanahashi could do. I know what Jay White could do, but it felt like Jay White was just... I don't want to say this without... I don't want it to seem like I'm just being mean, but it seemed like it was just Jay White in edgier clothing with the switchblade necklace, and I don't know anything about the character. It was like young boy Jay White, but he's got this new edgy look, and that it Yeah, it's just that the character is not developed enough yet. Jay White's wrestling ability he's got the look and he definitely has the skills. It's just that character is not there yet. And if Switchblade is going to do what I think he's going to do, which we'll discuss in the next review, um, I like where the character's going. Next, Hype Train has arrived. The Hype Train has arrived. The IWGP US Championship match. Kenny Omega, the champion, versus Y2J Chris Jericho. I cannot believe this match happened. From the entrances to the end of the match, this was stunning, breathtaking. I had no idea that they were going to go this hard, and they did. They delivered. This match delivers on the hype. It wasn't like, oh, it's once in a lifetime Cena and Rock. It's going to be fun. And it wasn't. It wasn't. When you put two guys like Omega and Jericho, you're bound to get a great match. You're bound to get it. And man, it was great. It started like a hockey fight, but there's only one thing in this match that took me out of it. Just one. And the stipulation of it being a no DQ match. And there's rope breaks and counting. It's a no DQ match. And I don't know if that was lost in translation or because they don't do those often over there in New Japan, but when you have the walls of Jericho on Kenny Omega in the middle of the ring, and Kenny gets to the rope, and you're trying to break him, like the ref's trying to break, like, no, what are you doing? And when Kenny was outside of the ring after going through a table, why the hell did the ref start counting? Don't in a no DQ match. You don't do rope breaks. He has to either get out that hole to tap. He's gonna stay out the ring or what? I understand why they use it. It's for story reasons and psychology reasons in the ring. You need to keep the match moving, and instead of Kenny just laying there and Jericho going to pick him up, or Kenny can't get out of the freaking walls of Jericho and taps super early, no one wants to see that. So honestly, I get it, but I wish this was just a regular match if they weren't going to actually do the no DQ thing. Just say it's a hardcore match or a lenient match where you can use weapons, but all the regular New Japan rules still apply. Because that's basically what this was. This may have been one of Jericho's best matches of his entire career. Hey, Jericho proves age ain't nothing but a number, bro. Because Jericho keeps reinventing himself and keeps putting on great matches. Things like 46 now or 47. I'm sorry, Chris, if I aged you too old or not. But listen, bro, kudos. Kudos to you. That was a wonderful match. And same with Omega. Great match. This ending was Omega hits Jericho with a chair after Jericho goes for a lion salt. He jumps forward. He hits him in the back. I think he hits one V trigger or the dragon suplex, and then a one wing angel on the chair. 1, 2, 3. Kenny Omega just became best in the world, and he beat Chris Jericho. What a way! What a way! Winnipeg rocks, bro. And I gotta visit Canada because apparently they breed the best wrestlers out there. This match would get a 4.9 stars out of 5 because that no DQ thing just really bothered me a little bit. And if you go watch the press conference, Jericho is pissed. He's like, you brought me out of the dressing room to talk to me. What the hell do you want? It was funny. He claims he's leaving New Japan after this match. So we'll talk about if that's true or not later on today. And finally, our main event, IWGP Heavyweight Championship match, a.k.a. the Super Hype Train, Okada versus Naito. Is it time for Naito to finally become the IWGP Heavyweight Champion? Well, I wish that was the case because the answer is no. Nope. This match living on the hype. Naito was super over. Okada's entrance was badass. The match was awesome. Both men kept working the neck. And I think Naito either got too cocky or he really tried to put Okada away, and he shouldn't have. He should have just took the pin after he hit, I think, two Destinos. He wanted to go for a third one, and instead, that didn't work because Okada went Super Beast mode. Uh, he caught Naito after he was coming down from the Destino, hits a spinning tombstone, and hit the final and third Rainmaker to retain his belt, his championship. Man, all must respect Okada because the man just don't lose. This might be one of the best title reigns of all time, and I can't really disagree. Some people would like to say Lesnar's got the best title reign. I'm like, you're joking. You're joking. AJ has a great title reign, yes, but nothing's topping Okada. Okada's held the belt for this could possibly be 2 years now. Since that Wrestle Kingdom with Tanahashi, and he's been holding it since then. I think he lost it. Did he? I'm trying to recall if he lost it or not. I don't think so. But he's held the belt for over 500 days. So a year, coming up on 2 years. 500 plus days, actually. I went and found a translation of what Okada said to Naito. After that, he called him twice and said, "How was that? Wrestle Kingdom main event was amazing, right? Yeah, especially when you won it. Kind of bragging about, yeah, I just beat you. It's great when you win it, too. Like, what a dick. You gotta respect Okada. You have to. The man is a beast. Absolute beast. I honestly don't know who's going to take the belt off of him because I thought this was Naito's night, and apparently it wasn't. It didn't come together, unfortunately. Maybe sometime down the line if they have a rematch in Dominion, because I think that this can't be over with. They have to have another match. Maybe they'll have one in Dominion and Naito can win there, but as of now, I really have no idea. Seems like anyone who challenges Okada at this point, they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose. And if it's not Kenny and it's not Naito, okay, yeah. If you didn't catch what I said, if I was gonna rate Wrestle Kingdom, it was gonna be a 9.5 out of 10. One hell of a show. Honestly, just little small things. Probably that little thing in the Jericho match, and I guess nitpicking, to be honest. I am nitpicking. Just not enough character development on Switchblade at that time. That kind of brought it down a little bit. That 0.5 is why. But the rest of the show was spectacular from beginning to end. It's great. And it is kind of like 5 hours long. So if you're going to watch it, make some time to, because you're not going to have... You can't just do it like a WWE pay-per-view. Take 2 hours, watch the thing, be done. 3 hours, watch the thing and be done. You're gonna have to take some time, maybe 4 or 5. Or if you watch everything 6. So, what's your favorite match? Mine, I know this might sound kind of than Jericho, Omega, and they're like neck and neck, but Okada and Naito's just a little bit more. Just like let's say, I can't do it because I'm holding the phone. But they're even, but one's up just a little bit more. Like this is Okada. This is Okada, Naito, and this is Omega Jericho. Just like right there. Barely. Did you enjoy this pay-per-view? I hope you did, because if you didn't, you really don't like wrestling. You like sports entertainment. And did every match deliver on the hype? I personally think so. I think we didn't have any stinkers on this show. Just nitpicking things that us smarky smarts do sometimes. But that was Wrestle Kingdom 12. Wrestle Kingdom 12 is in the books. This was the proper review instead of that crap I pulled last time. Later on today, we're going to do New Year's Dash because I have that written down. I also have my reactions to I think the last 5 matches on the card. I think I have my reactions to those. I'm gonna make a little compilation video of my reactions so you guys can see it, because apparently those are really funny. But I'm MCZX, aka Matt. Like, share, subscribe, share it with your friends. Spread the word about the Smart Kingdom. Your family, we family. We can talk. Hit us up whatever you need to on Twitter. And that's it. Thank you. Good night. New Year's Dash later on tomorrow. Not later on tomorrow. Later on today, because it's already tomorrow. It's already tomorrow. Get it together, me. Get it together. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Please leave your feedback in the comments. Thank you very much. See you later. Stay awesome. Bye.